Have you ever had a fight that started with something tiny, like, "Why didn't you reply?" and somehow ended with, "You never care about me and this relationship is doomed"? Yeah, that wasn't about the text. Today we're talking about communication mistakes that slowly, quietly, and very effectively kill relationships. Not cheating, not betrayal. Just everyday words, tones, and habits that feel harmless, until suddenly everything feels tense, distant, and exhausting. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they're doing these things. Let's start with the first mistake: assuming your partner can read your mind. This one is a classic. You're upset. They ask, "What's wrong?" You say, "Nothing, I'm fine." But inside you're thinking, "If you really loved me, you'd already know." Spoiler alert, they don't know. Your partner is not a psychic. They're not Sherlock Holmes. They're just a regular human trying to survive the day. Expecting someone to magically understand your feelings without you expressing them is like getting mad at Google Maps for not knowing where you meant to go. Say what you feel. Say it clearly. No riddles, no emotional escape rooms. The second mistake is keeping score. You know exactly what this looks like. "I apologized last time." "I always initiate conversations." "I was there for you in 2019 when your goldfish died." Relationships are not a math exam. There is no final score. The moment you start treating love like a competition, both people lose. Keeping score turns small issues into long-term resentment, and resentment is basically emotional poison. If something bothers you, talk about that thing, not everything that's happened since the beginning of time. Next up, using always and never. "You always ignore me." "You never listen." "You never do anything right." Congratulations, you've just turned a conversation into a courtroom. These words instantly put the other person on defense mode. Now they're not listening anymore. They're mentally preparing their argument like a lawyer in a drama series. Instead of exaggerating, be specific. Say what actually happened and say how it made you feel. Less drama, more progress. Another big one is listening to reply, not to understand. Your partner is talking, but instead of listening, you're thinking about what you're going to say next, or how you're going to win, or how wrong they are. So when they finish talking, you respond and completely miss the point. That's not a conversation. That's two monologues fighting for attention. Try this instead. Actually pause, let them finish, and before responding, ask yourself, do I understand what they're feeling? Understanding doesn't mean agreeing. It just means caring enough to hear them. Then there's avoiding difficult conversations. A lot of people say, "I don't want to fight." But what they really mean is, "I don't want to feel uncomfortable." So they avoid the topic, stay quiet, and let things slide. Until one day, a tiny issue explodes into a massive argument, and everyone's confused about how it got so bad. Avoiding problems doesn't make them disappear. It just gives them time to grow muscles. Healthy relationships don't avoid hard conversations. They learn how to have them without destroying each other. Another mistake that sneaks in is using sarcasm as a weapon. Sarcasm can be funny until it's not. "Oh, wow, great job." "Nice, real mature." "Sure, because you're perfect." That stuff stings, and over time it creates emotional distance. If you're hurt, say you're hurt. If you're angry, say you're angry. Sarcasm is just honesty wearing a disguise, and your partner can feel it. Then there's invalidating feelings. "You're overreacting." "It's not that serious." "Why are you so sensitive?" These sentences might seem small, but they do real damage. When you invalidate someone's feelings, you're basically saying, your emotional experience doesn't matter. Even if you don't understand their feelings, you can still respect them. You don't have to fix everything. Sometimes all someone needs is to feel heard. And finally, the biggest communication killer of all, not checking in anymore. At the beginning, you ask everything. How was your day? What are you thinking about? How are you really feeling? Then life happens, routine happens, and suddenly you're sharing space, but not connection. Relationships don't fall apart overnight. They fade when people stop being curious about each other. Ask questions, listen to the answers, care out loud. If any of this felt uncomfortably familiar, you're not alone. Communication isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware, honest, and willing to grow. And the good news? Every single mistake we talked about today can be fixed. If this helped you understand your relationship or yourself a little better, hit the like button so more people can see this. Subscribe for more real, honest conversations about relationships and life. And comment below which communication mistake you see most often. I'll see you in the next video.